Hi guys, as this is my first video tutorial, today I will show you how to make REST API using Node.js and Express. So for that I am going to follow these steps. First I will create one package.json file. How I will create? Let me to show you. So if you can see here, I am checking the node version. I have the node version like node hyphen version, and it is 13.11.0. so I am using node version 13. So let's type the command npm init hyphen y. So this command will create the package.json file for you. Let's go to my editor window. I am using here the VS Code editor. Let's see. Here you can see here the package file has been created. So let me to edit here to app.js. So what actually this main keyword does, it will define the entry point of the application. Here I am declaring app.js my the entry point. So here I added app.js to main keyword. Let me to define the script also as well, like start colon nodemon app.js. Okay, so next step is let me to install all the packages required to make this application. First let me to install the Express, as we are using the Express as framework. npm I hyphen save. So why we will use the hyphen save? It will directly write the Express version inside the package.json. express. So let me to install one more module, that is body parser. npm I body parser hyphen save body parser. So what actually body parser does, it is allowing your JSON data with your post request. Let me to install it. So let's go inside the package.json file. Here you can see the body parser module and the express module has been already installed. Node modules has been created and the required version number also has been added. Okay, so let me to create the main file, that is app.js. Here app.js. So let me to import the express module first. Express will use require keyword to import all the modules. Similarly, let me to install the body parser also. Require so let me to declare the express method, that is express. Also I am declaring one more port number. Let's say here I am using 8000 as port. Let me to include all the, as you know, body parser is the inbuilt middleware. Let me to include into the Express framework. App.use body parser. So as I have told you, it always allows your JSON data with your post request from the user. Let me to mark the limit. I am taking as recommended. We have to take the 25 MB highest. Now it's done. Let me to start the server app dot lesson. Then I have to give the port number as a parameter. Let me to put one console message. Now here you can see I have prepared my server file. So using this main file, that is app.js, now we can start our server at least. Let's go to the terminal, run the command npm start. Let's see. Let's wait for a second. Okay, now here it's showing node moon not found, so that means to install that one also. Npm I node moon. So why actually we need node moon? It will auto reload when you are modifying your file. Automatically it will reload your server, so that will be very helpful. Hyphen save node mon. Let's wait to finish it. Okay, now you can see installation has been done. Let me to start again the server. See, now our server has been started at least. If you see, I have marked all the points. I have created the packet.json file. I have also created the main file, that is server file, and able to run the server. Now to make the REST API, as you know, user has to send one request and get the response. So I am going to create one routing file which will receive, that file will receive only request from the user. And I am also going to create one controller file which will control the user request, manipulate the user requirement and send the response accordingly. So let me to create first the routing file. Let's go to here. Let's create one folder, that is route. Similarly create one more folder, let's say that is controller. So inside route, let's create the routing file. Let's say user dot route.js. Similarly, inside controller file, let's create one more file, that is user.controller.js. Okay. So let's prepare this routing file, which file will accept the user request and it will forward to the controller for the execution. So let me do again import the express. So here we will declare the router method actually. That is express dot router. Okay. So let's create one class, that is class user router, let's say. Okay. So here inside the class, let's use try catch for error handling. Inside the catch block, I am going to handle the error. I am printing the error inside console. So let's define one method inside this class. I am taking get router, a method name. Inside here, let me to define try catch. Inside the try block, here we have already created the object, router object. Let's say router dot get. First let's check this REST API is working or not. This is my get method. Okay, before that, let me to define the controller function. Stay. Controllers slash user controller. So let's define the controller method, controller dot, let's say I am giving the method name as check API dot, let's say bind, let me to bind it. Okay. So here I will return the router going to use module.exports for exporting this file to other file. that is, as I have declared class, okay. Now my router file looks fine. Let me to add or let me to export this file to my server file. So let's again go to app.js. Here let's import the router file. Let's say user user.route. So I imported that file using require method. Let me to add this to Express framework. App.use. Let's say here first argument is I have to define the base path. Let's say as I am assuming this is the user module. Let's say user dot that method get router. Now see, my server file looks fine, app.js file looks fine. Let me to declare the controller function. So let's say randomly I am importing one module for testing purpose. Let me to declare one more class. And also export this file to other file. New now I have exported this user controller file to user route file. As inside the user route file we are importing the controller file. So let me to define this check API method. Here there are three arguments we can take: request, response and next. Let me to similarly let me to define the try catch. First let me to declare one response format for the user. Let's say that is response object status. So as for the error or success we will append those value. Let's say message, what message we need to send we will also added that value, and body. So inside body part what we want to add we can add. So globally I declared this one. Let me to return the same thing to user. But here I am going to modify something. Let's say I typed my message is success. I mean the user's request is successfully executed. So here let me type node REST API is working fine, and body part let me put it as blank as it is. Set. Now at least one route we have defined. Now let's test it from the postman. Before that, let's check is there any error. No error. So let's go to the postman. My method is get method http:// localhost. I have defined the port 8000 / my base path is user. Let me to click on send. So it's showing some error in user controller line number 20. Let's go to the user controller file and fix it. Let's check what is the error. Assignment to constant variable. Let me to modify to let the states again. See, now this request is successfully executed and this response has come. So let's make one more API, REST API. Let's make one more GET request. When user will trigger that GET request, user has to receive some value. So let me to declare one array. Let's say output array. Name, I am taking name. Let's say BBSR. Email, let's say a@gmail.com. That's a city, same BBSR. I want to change it to ctc b@gmail.com. ctc, that one to blsr c@gmail.com. blsr let's say brmh d@gmail.com. brmh. So here I have declared some output array, some array. So what user need, when user will hit one REST API, user has to receive these values. So for that let's create one more route, that is I'm copying it and paste. Same get method, get record. Let's say method name I'm also giving same name, get record. So inside the controller file, let me to declare so inside try block we'll just return those record with the proper format. So let me to copy this and paste over here. And put array inside to the body part, body keyword I am adding this one, and I am returning this response object completely. Now let's check our server is running or is there any error. No, there is no error. So let's test that get record API. This is also get method user. So user is the basic path. After that we have to add just this router path, get record. Let's see what is coming. Inside the body part we got all the record which we have hard-coded inside our file. We can also use the database. The next tutorial I will show you how we can use the REST API using Mongo, Express and Node. So let's declare test one more post request also. So what is my agenda? In that post request, when user will send some record and add it inside that array. Okay, so let's declare one post request. So let me to modify to add record, change accordingly everywhere. Similarly, let's copy paste the same thing. And change the method name, copy, paste, add record. So here what we will do, we will first receive the request body part. Okay, so for that let me to add some validation, like if not request dot body, then we will send the error message, the validation message to user, like let's say status is error, message I am giving no input found, and my body part is blank for this. So here I am making the status code, let's say 500 and response object. If my body part is there, user has sent some input payload, then how here we will add it. How we will do that? We have the output array. We will just push those record into that existing array. Dot push request dot body then we can send the success message. So we don't need this one. We'll remove it. Success, I will write the success message. Successfully added the record. So also don't need body party here. We will make it is blank and let's save it. Same way, let's check server is running fine. Okay. So let me to prepare the payload to post request. We'll make it the post body. Will send the raw data, raw JSON data. So same email name body we are going to send, but different value. 55. Here we will send, let's say, Raj. raj@gmail.com Delhi. Let's change it to post method. Yes. Let's see again the server is running or not. Yes, it's running. So let's click on send button. Let's see what response is coming. So there is some error. Okay. Oh, this is wrong. We'll change the route. Now let's click on send button. See, successfully added the record. So how we'll check these records are added or not? See, let's fetch the record. See here, already added. So in this way we can make the REST API using Node.js and Express. So this is the basic way I explained with some hard-coded value. In my next tutorial I will show you how you can do this using database.